everyone, welcome to this brand new video where I will be walking you through all the steps required to install, download Python and pip on your operating system in the cleanest way possible. Now this video is going to be a little lengthy because I will be explaining you a little bit about what's happening in the background so that in the future you're not going to face any issues regarding the installation. Before I move on with the topic, I just wanted to point out this. Now that you all have already read the title, it says installation of Python and pip on Windows 10/11. So if there are users who are watching this and they have a different operating system like Mac, Linux based, there are plenty of other resources available, so they might wanna have to check those. But if you are someone who's having a Windows laptop or desktop, Windows operating system in general, this video is specifically for you. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into the action. So very first thing what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a browser. You can choose any browser of your kind, of your liking. So I'm gonna type Python download, and you have to go to the first link that shows up, which the website www.python.org. This is the official website of Python. Now you can see there is a latest version of Python available here, but just bear with me. I'm just going to go to downloads and hit Windows. Why I did that is because I want to be sure the version which is quite latest, is it a bit of old in age or not. So right now, as you can see, the latest release was on October 7th, and we are in the month of November, so it's not been a lot of time when this Python version was available, rolled out. The reason why I'm saying this is because there are versions of Python, if they're not very old, there might be some packages or libraries which have not yet provided support to this version, and you might face a lot of issues moving forward. So just to be on a safer page, whenever you're downloading Python for the first time, look at the year when it was launched, and if it's not old enough, I could say like 5 to 6 months old or more, then you might have to downgrade yourself and go to the previous version, just one version before that. So as it says 13, so I'm going to go to 12, and here you have it. So since my Windows version is 64-bit, I'm going to hit installer. So this is going to install executable file in my local. So now that the installer has been downloaded, I'm going to go open up the downloads and check. So this is where all your downloads are going to be located. So this one just got downloaded now. I'm going to press it, right click, and as administrator on yes. Now you have two options here: install now and customize installation. So install now will do all the necessary stuff in the background, but we are not here for that. We want to learn how to install it and understand what's happening in the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit customize installation, and over here you have few selections. Now the first one, documentation, it just gives you a brief description of what Python is. Pip is really important if you are someone who wants to download Python packages. Now pip provides all the builds for it and all the dependencies for it, and it has many packages, libraries for that matter. IDLE and TCL/TK, these are basically the development environments. IDLE is used to give you a bit of a functionality to Python. It's gonna have functions like debugging, running, execution, so you can work around with your Python code, and it makes your script easier to manage. Test suite are basically the standard libraries that you must have installed whenever you're downloading Python, because it makes sure that your Python is running smoothly. And there is a launcher again. This launcher is basically, it just makes it easier to start Python on any terminal, and it's just 2 letters. How hard can it be? So now I'm just going to deselect pip because we will be downloading installing pip from scratch, and let the other selections be by default. I'm gonna hit next. Now advanced options tell us, do you want to install Python 3.12 for all users? No, I just want it for this user. Let all this be by default, but make sure you save this path. This path is very crucial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this path and then open up Notepad, paste it on this. This path is really important. I'll get to that point in a second. Once that is done, I'm going to hit install. Now everything that's required for a smooth functioning of Python is being set up, installed on your local. We just have to wait for a few more minutes till it's done. Voila, setup was successful. Okay, all is good. I'm just gonna close this and head over to command line. So command line is basically a terminal that helps you run commands on Windows. But there are many ways to open up a command line. My favorite are two: to hold on Windows key and R. So this brings up this run text box, dialog box, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to type here in CMD. CMD stands for command line, and it opens it. Another method to get a command line, which I prefer the most, is to just hit Windows key and type in CMD. Hit enter, it opens it. Now, if you want to know if Python is installed in your local, there's a command called where, and then you type in Python. What this command does is it looks for the Python execution file. It's installed or not. Now, this is the path that says it found this executable here. But if you remember carefully, we had a different path while installing. That's because in the newer Windows laptops or PCs, they have this executable already installed by default. But again, I don't prefer using this because additional dependencies you need to install. So right now we have already installed Python in that path. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to the environment variables. So environment variables are the variables that tells this command line to search for any command, any executable in that particular path. So we'll be providing the path to the environment variable, and the command line is going to search in those paths and see if the python.exe is present or not. So to bring up the environment variables, again it's very quite simple. Hit the Windows key and type in edit environment variables, but don't go with this one. Go with the one that says system environment variables. This is really important, equally important. It brings up the system properties. I'm gonna go hit environment variables, and now you have two options to select from. One says user variables for Moise, that's my name, and other says system variables. So anyone using this particular system can have access to Python. If there's user base, only that particular user who is signed into it can use those. So let's install it for all the users. I'm going to go search for path, and here I found it. I'm going to double click it, and it brings up this another window. Here is where I'll pass in the path. So bring up my notepad where I saved it, copy the path, and say hit new, enter the path. Done. Okay, it's okay, done. Now let's type in the command again, where Python. As usual, you can't see it again because we need to refresh the CMD. So I'm just gonna hit exit, and then again bring up my command line, and now if I type where Python, you'll see the magic. You saw this, right? This Python path was being captured. It searched for this path and it found Python executable there. Great. All right, so that's the part where we have successfully installed Python. Now let's move on to installing pip. As you remember, I have deselected the option. If you would have downloaded pip installed it automatically, but I've deselected it just to give you a little bit of background on how to install pip if you haven't installed previously. So similarly, I'm going to type in where pip. See, it says you can't find the pattern or the path as an executable in those paths provided in the edit environment variable system variable window. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go copy this link. I'll paste this link in the description. You can always check it out. So what this link shows is it has some bunch of scripts and then a lot of metadata, which is hard for any human to understand. So there's a command called curl. Curl is a command which helps you transfer data to and fro from the server, and it's quite usable because right now this is the command to get all the data that's in this website. So I'm going to type in curl and paste the website link. After this, what it does is it takes in, extracts all the data that's present, which I just showed you on the website, but I need to store it somewhere. So there's a flag called .o, which opens up a file, saves this into it. I'm just going to give it a name, get dash pip .py. .py is an extension that says this is a Python script. All right, hit enter. So great, it has downloaded the entire script into this file. Now next step is we need to build this. So we will be using Python to call this script, and the script is going to get all the installations required for a pip to run well and store it inside the location of Python. So further, the command is python get dash pip.py, the same name which we gave earlier. Hit enter. Just give it some time to run the script, and once the script has run successfully, it's going to work. Alright, so pip has been installed, and you can already see there's a warning which says that this path is not being added to the environment variables. Yeah, obviously we just added Python executable, we didn't add this. So again, repeating the same step we did earlier, hit Windows key, type in edit, look for system environment variables, hit on environment variables, go to system variables, search for path, double click on it, and then enter new, paste the path. I think I added quotes, sorry about that. Okay, so let's delete this. Alright, and done. Enter. Okay. Alright, now again need to refresh it, exit it out, bring the CMD back again, and now type in where pip. Awesome. Remember, this was the path we just added, and that's where pip executable is located. Now both the commands where python and where pip both are working. Great. Now let's check for the version of python dash PRSION version 3.12.7. Similarly, pip dash version 2.24.3.1. Now you can also get it installed with a better latest version for pip. The command is python -m pip install -dash upgrade. What to upgrade? Pip. This will upgrade the pip, and it says that this is the most recent version of pip, so there's no need to upgrade it. Alright then guys, you have installed python and pip clearly and safely in your laptop, your operating system in general, and do not worry about any issues that you know face because there will be nothing to face at all. Just to give you a little bit of background on pip, pip is a package manager for Python which used to install libraries. So there's one very famous library called pandas. Pandas library used to manipulate with data frames. In layman terms, all the Excel files that you have, you can use script to make changes to the files, modify it, do a bunch of things. So I'm going to install pip pandas to see if it's installing perfectly. Now it should see what did I say? It will install pandas. In order you want to know what all libraries are present, again head over to the Chrome or any web browser of your choice. Go and type in pypi Python package index. So this is the website which shows you all the libraries that you can download using pip. So pandas, when I pandas, I will the very first link. You'll see this is the same command I just typed into the CMD. That's how you know this library is present or not. So it's installing all the dependencies. For pandas to run smoothly, it needs NumPy, which is also another library. Again, you can search in here NumPy and go to the first option, right? So it's doing that. All right, so it's installed. If you want to know what all packages are present or installed by pip, you can type in this command pip list, and this will bring up all the packages, pandas, NumPy, all the dependencies. And if you want to get the path of where these packages are installed, you can type in pip show me the path of which package, pandas, and location. So in this location you can find this. Let's check it out. Bring up the file explorer, shortcut Windows E, Windows key plus E, hold S the path, and here you have all the packages, pandas, tz-data, NumPy. Now this is the path which we added to the environment variables for the Python to run successfully, and this is the python.exe file. And for the pip, there was an additional folder called scripts, and here you have all the pip executables. Alright then friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to this channel would be much appreciated, and upvote this video so that YouTube knows you're enjoying what you're watching. Until then, see you next. Thank you all. Bye bye.